Hello YouTube. I'm wore out, man. I found a way to carry something when you're moving, and I wanted to share it. And I was just sitting there cheesing on myself, thinking how proud I was that I came up with that idea. I said, hell, let me make it famous. So, we are in the middle of moving. Before I get to that, I'm in the middle of moving, and I'll show you what I got going on here. Please forgive the mess. So, I've got my gun vise tore down, got the table cleared. I'm getting ready to, I'm using it right now for putting boxes on, so I ain't got to bend over to fill them up. But this is what I've got so far, and I just started. Right now it's about 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and this is getting there. Yeah, some of this stuff's pretty light. I keep every box for every gun I get, so you can see there's a many of them there. There's 2 right there. Those have got things in them. So anyway, we've got the bedroom clean. Let's go back here and look. Bathroom is empty except for the shower curtain, a rag, and some soap. Bedroom is a disarray. Still got my guns I gotta get. So we're getting there. That's half the house. Now all it is simple as fold the blankets up, take the pillows, put them in the U-Haul, and carry the mattress and box spring and frame out. So anyway, what I wanted to show you is how to pack your glasses when you want to put them in a box to move. So we're going to get us a box here, and we're going to show you how to pack a glass. I needed some new socks, so I went and bought some brand new socks a few days ago, before I even knew I was moving, and these are all that's left that I haven't wore yet. Still brand new. So I'll just take that, put it all the way down. The rest of it gets stuffed down in the glass, and there you got a nice pad. So I've already done a few. And now we're going to do the rest of them while we talk. So we're going to be leaving on the 8th. I hope we get an early morning start because I don't want to get there at dark. Plus the landlord's got to meet me there to give me the key. So never thought this day would come. Fell in my lap. Should have got big socks, huh? Some of these glasses I can't do that with. I'm not going to stretch my socks with a mason jar. I still want to wear them after I'm done. Alright, so now we got coffee cups. Those we're just going to have to be careful with them because I really don't have a good way of packing them, and I don't have no newspaper. Do they even make newspapers anymore? So we're just going to take and put us a couple jars in here. If they break, they break. If they don't, they don't. Well, we can put that jar in a sock. Or you can use the old lady's socks. You already used her toothbrush out in the shop trying to clean parts, so didn't think we knew about that, did you? Dare I try this? This is a jar, I ain't worried about that. But I think it's a little too big. Alright, we'll put that in there as a spring to keep them all spring loaded. So what we can do is when you pack, take all these here soft ones and just scatter them around. Like that, and you'll keep the jar separated. Anyway, and now we got our spring load. So now it keeps everything sprung together. So that box is done. So I'm going to finish getting all this packed up. I've already got my dishes. They're behind you in a box. And just trying to keep you guys up to date what's going on and how things are going. And more for my own sanity to see if I'm still kicking, I guess. Well, hello YouTube. Welcome back to the Bison Workshop. I'm Bob, and I was just sitting here working on some keychains and magnetic logos, and this backside here is a little rough, so I'm just kind of just going around it and sanding the roughness off of it, or the sharpness. But I just got finished painting all these. I got that one. Now this one here doesn't have a hole for a keychain, so I have it two different forms. Keychain, magnet. And I've got some of these magnets that came with something. I don't know what they came with. Probably my camera or kit or whatever. I don't know. But they're really weak. They don't stick very good. So I'm wondering if maybe the weight's going to be too much for it. But we're just going to take and hot glue one of these magnets. It says tape side. So we got tape side. So I guess the tape side would go to the glue side. It's the first time I've used this. I've had that thing for a couple of years now. Found it in a box somewhere. And never did have a use for it until now. Alright. So there we go. We got a magnet on the back of it. Let's see how well it sticks. Oh yeah, that's good. That'll work. Yeah, it sticks pretty good. So now I'm in the middle of this move, so I'm just doing this because I'm taking a break and there's not a whole heck of a lot I can do with the move as of right now, because I need the truck here. So I'm getting ready to go to the post office and get the ball rolling for getting all my stuff transferred from here to there, address change and forwarding, all of the good stuff. But I'll put my shoes on and we'll go walk around and show you what all I've got. I feel like I haven't made it, took a dent out of it yet. I feel like I'm not getting nowhere. I'm doing this all by myself. And everything keeps breaking on me. I hooked the trailer up to check all my lights on the shop, and that was a nightmare. So it still had the old lights on it. It took 1157s and 1156s and 194 bulbs, and well, there wasn't no 1156s in there. If there was, it'd be reverse light, wouldn't there? That's what the inside lights use, 1156s. But anyway, I did a temporary wire job, and I'm in the middle of making plates for the lights that I put up, because the lights I took down were smaller. So the lights I put up are LEDs, and they're real thin, so you can still see the hole where it protruded. The other housing protruded into the aluminum, so water's going to get down in there real good. So I'm 3D printing my plates to put behind it, and then I got to drill them and put them behind there and keep it from getting wet. But I did find out why that rear wall got rotten. Apparently, I missed seeing a rust hole in the turn of the aluminum. So basically it was getting momentum as it was going down and then shooting down into the rust hole. Yes, I said rust on aluminum. It's a little hole, probably just big enough for me to put this paintbrush handle in, and jagged little teeny tiny holes around it, so it's kind of deteriorating from the inside out. And I never noticed it, and I mean, I never imagined that aluminum would do that. So I mean, I wasn't looking for it. It just probably, it kind of looks like it's just dirt, because the rest of the camper's got all that black stuff on it. But then I had to replace every single light, rerun wires to every light. And yes, you could see wires in some places, but I did it in a way that it kind of, it don't look bad. And I'm working on a disc trying to pop on me. Yeah, this is not a good move for me, man. Yeah, when you're doing this, this is the same thing I've done the last time when I moved by myself. You find out who your friends are when you're moving. That's every case. Everybody runs when it comes to moving, and I'm gonna tell you, moving me is not an easy task because it's time consuming. My lifestyle requires heavy, hard moving, and that's just the nature of the beast. If you're going to work with steel and you're going to make things and create things, every little piece of metal gets you that much further. So you got to keep that stuff. And I got to take it all with me. But we'll walk around here and show you everything that I've got so far. And stay tuned. Alright guys. Here's the light that I took down. They take the 194 bulb. And this is the plate that I'm printing out, which is exactly the same size as that. So here's what I did. I just made a plate, and it's got that gasket, a real thick gasket, and it should seal it. So this is why I got to do that. See that? That was just temporary. So I got to go put all these plates on there all the way, so in case it rains on me down there or on the way, and it will. Every move has rain. So, oh, here's my logos. There they are. But we still got to take the wheels off and check the bearing, or lift the wheels and check the bearings and see if they're any good. I would imagine the grease in them are probably pretty dry rotted, or cakey and stiff. So I went and wired that like that right there, and all of them work. Ran them down to a junction box, and I eliminated all the wire. You see them underneath the box. I eliminated all the wire and that's running through the trailer for all the trailer lights. So when I put all them on there, I stuffed the original wires after I taped them off. Stuffed the original in the wall so that I can mount those. Now I'm gonna go and redo that a better way once I have time and I ain't stressing over a move. This has got to happen. So that's just temporary, but it don't look bad. I am imagining this all black, that painted tan, and my logo put right in the center. You see this line right here? I want to start the top of my logo here and the bottom of my logo here, and the ends over here, same distance apart. Have that big logo on there. That would be cool as shit, man. Paint the whole shop black, flat black, just like the truck. Don't that truck look good? That'd be cool as shit. That'd be a nice looking unit going down the road. Well, we gotta fix it first. Put new walls in it. My cousin already said that he'll make sure I get the wood enough to do that, the whole shop. I gotta do all 4 walls. And I'm just gonna wait until, if it even survives. Let's hope it survives the trip. It may not survive the trip. If that's the case, you guys may not be hearing from me again. I hope not. I think the good Lord will make it happen. But anyway, we still got the picnic table, the 2 chairs. I believe I can finagle those into the shop. The trailer and the tractor, they will be they'll be going in the U-Haul, and then I'll use the trailer to house some of this stock that I have laying around here, all the steel and stuff like that. I'll just load it in the trailer. I know, you know what, that'd be a good video too, showing that thing working. Battery's dead now, but I can load everything in the trailer that I can out of the 2 bolt bins that are in the building. So I got to empty the shelves out, and I'll show you that here in a minute if I can find my keys. The fire pit, somebody's going to get a fire pit and enough wood to keep them going for a while. And they're going to get log benches, because I'm not going to take them. I'm just going to leave them there. I am, however, taking my 3 boards there. They're in pretty decent shape right now, but it won't take long. If they were regular lumber, not treated, they wouldn't be there right now. They'd be rotted. I'm going to take the generator, because I'm planning on putting a motor on that thing one day. Alright, then we've got all the my tread aluminum that I'm going to use for the truck. I got to do a wraparound on the truck, and I don't get rid of nothing tread aluminum. If it's tread aluminum, it stays with me for life. All this piping, that stand, everything's got to go. So I'm not real sure about the stand yet. I don't know if I'm going to leave it here or not. I don't know. It's pretty light once you get all the stuff off of it. Now some of that stuff will get thrown away. But I need all that plumbing pipe, because there's plumbing work that needs to be done there at the house. And then I got my big long ladder there. Then I got all this water pipe that's got to go. The treadmill frame, I'm debating on whether to scrap it or take it with me, because I have a plan for that one frame, and I can make a nice trailer out of both of those. Trailer body, or frame, or yeah, body. So that's got to go with me, and both them treadmills. These lights here can be used in the house, but I'm going to redesign those, and I'm going to put white LED lights in them. But those can be used in the house. They're brand new, have never been used. I've got the honeycomb moon thing that goes on it, moon shaped thing. So they go with me. The lawnmower goes with me. And you guys are probably dizzier than hell. We'll go in the shop here. I got to get my bench out. All it is just heavy tube of 10s, 2 of them, and 2 tube of 6s. But I'm gonna leave it all one unit and just slide it in here somewhere. And most of that stuff's gonna be trash anyways. I'm gonna scrap the 2. I'm gonna scrap them 2 grills, because they're rotten. Then I got to take my rain barrel down. I got to move Lucky. Yeah, I got a lot to do, man. Look at him. There he is. Hey, buddy. Come on. Come on. Sometimes he'll let me pet him, but he's not going to let me do it today. He probably knows he's got an audience. So let's go in the shop here and turn the radio off so I don't get no damn strikes against me. Alright, so we've got everything back here. I just got walls built around everything. I put a big board back there on the in front of the mill, and it's bolted with a brace going across it, and it's going to hold everything in there. I don't like piling it up like that, but I don't believe it's going to go anywhere. As heavy as this thing is, it's going to ride smooth anyway. So the next thing I have to do is I've got a board here that I'm just going to build me a fence around the bandsaw here. Let me get some light on the subject here. And I'm going to build a fence right there, and then I've got another board right here that I'm just going to screw to the side of this right there, just like that, and make me a fence. I got to do a little cutout right here for the handle to get it up high enough. So that's the plan for right here. And then I believe all that stuff will ride there as long as I get it down there nice and neat and rearrange it so it's flat. Of course, I ought to get my tools out of there first, huh? This shelf here, I left it on there. If it bounces, it's going to hit that. It ain't coming off. And this drawer's too heavy to lift. So we're just piling everything in, and I don't want to get too damn much weight, but I can't help it. I've got weight in this trailer. Yeah, my ass is going to be puckered up tighter than a bull's ass during fly time, I can tell you that. This whole trip. And then for the steel pile, I still haven't decided if I want to take all this out and put it in the U-Haul. I think it'll be okay there. I've got this board up against it and a piece of heavy tin, refrigerator tin or metal, and then I've got this wedged in there so that it keeps it back so it don't move. We don't want nothing in here moving. I've got locks on the cabinet doors. It's just a quarter 20 into an insert that I put in there when I moved before. And eventually I'm going to put handles on these screws, and then when I'm done with them, I just take them and put them inside this cabinet door, and that one goes in that cabinet door, so I know which one goes where. I did lose one, or I lost 1, 2, 3. I lost 3 of them. So that stuff back here is so light, I'm not worried about it. It's on the head of a screw, and it's got to bounce across a bunch of threads before it gets off of there anyway. And if it does come off there, it ain't no big deal. So my plan is to bring the lawn chairs in and put them back there, probably on top of the 2 totes out there. So I want to just put some stuff here in the floor, but I don't want to make it so bad that I can't get to something back there if I need it. If we break down along the road, I want to be able to get to it without hurting myself. So hopefully that doesn't happen, but I want to prepare for it anyway. So I'll just put the totes in here, and that will come out to here because one's a pretty long one. And then I can just put the chairs on top of it, and both my bar stools will go back here, and my trash can will go back here, and that will pretty much fill this section up. Well, where I'm standing right here, where I'm always at, right here is the axle. Right here. So my air compressor has to sit right here on top of the axle. Hopefully that will balance things out some, because I mean, I've got a good bit of steel here. I've got this big bolt bend right here that's pretty heavy. The drill press, this drawer here is god awful heavy. So it's nothing but nuts and bolts and stuff like that. And I just took a pipe and ran it down through there because I have a, I'll show you here. What I have here is a L bracket, aluminum L bracket with a bolt going through it with a nut, and then the bolt comes up far enough to where it doesn't hit the bottom drawer when you pull it out. And then I can just take a piece of PVC pipe and stuff down in there and go down through all the handles. Now this has got a lock on it, so it's locked right now. So between this, all that's going to be tied in together. It ain't going to come apart. I'm putting a fence right here. I'm putting a fence right here. This here, I'm going to put the fence out far enough to where this can't come out. So this will act as a fence, and I put a piece of foam in there to push at to keep pressure against it so that it can't move that way. So I'm just going to cut me a board, and that's what this one's for. Just to, I got to cut it right here. Well, I got the mark. And cut that, screw it to this, and that'll hold all that stuff in. The lathe, as you can see, is piled up. But the good news is I can still use it if I needed to. I'd probably have to move that chuck, but I'm not going to. Yeah, I'm not going to be doing no lathe work right now. So I just cleaned it up and put everything in the tray. I don't believe it will bounce out. I don't believe it's going to have that kind of bounce. It's probably just going to have a, you know, just like a scoot roll kind of deal bounce. Then I put a board got the fence that's tight with the handle, and then this here, these I had to wedge in there with a hammer, and that should hold all that stuff in place. And it goes all the way up to the end. It goes behind the bandsaw nut so that it can't, I'm not even showing you where I'm at, so it can't come this way. And then I screwed it to the wood there, tied them together with a screw, and that ain't going nowhere. It's all the way up to the bandsaw, and nothing's going to get past the bandsaw. So then we got a block holding this drawer shut so it can't come out, and then I've got another block right here so this drawer can't come out. Of course I don't need this now because I put that on first. So I'll stay at fall then, see if I care. Alright, well then this box here was wedged into that location, so nothing back there is going to come forward because this is bolted down, this is bolted down, and nothing's coming past it. And then I just throwed all the rags on top of it just to kind of keep things from bouncing too far. Got my toolbox ready to go. I gotta lock it down, and this is one of the most important things. Lock your toolbox. Because if you're going down the road and all them come out, it's ripping that floor up. You can bet on that. Because it's bolted to the floor with 3 1/4 inch or 2 inch angle iron that's 1/4 inch thick, and they're bolted down with big old wood screws on both sides, and the front and the back. Actually, there's 4 of them, and it's solid to the ground or the floor. It ain't moving. So this here is also bolted to the top, or top of the bottom one, so it's not going nowhere. But make damn sure you lock that thing, because it don't matter, it's coming down. I also have this on there. Of course, that's always been on there ever since I put that toolbox there. That's been like that, because I've always made this so that you could transport it, because after all, that's the whole point of making it, right? Then I just took everything that was leaning against the wall and put down there, and then I'll probably put some stuff here. I don't want to tie up my toolbox too much in case something happens I need to get to the toolbox. I'm carrying my own toolbox. Take that, guys. My toolbox is bigger than your toolbox. My toolbox goes from there to there. And from there to there. So, eat your heart out, guys. I dare somebody tell me they got a bigger toolbox than I have. Anyway, that's where we're at, man. I got a tire changer bolted to the floor. I got to take it apart, and it's got to come in here somewhere. And I don't know what else. I know the air compressor's got to come in here, and I hope to God I don't have to do that by myself. But it's starting to look like it. I still got to take the ports down. I still got to take my computers down. But I'm waiting until the last minute to do the computers or the fish tanks. The computers will go first, and then the fish tanks will be the very last thing. The less the fish are in a bucket, the better off I am. So, I hate having to drill one of my buckets. It's got the screw lid on it. Drill a hole in the top of it so I can put an aerator down in it. And then I got to have another hole to escape. So, air has to escape, because if you're pumping air in it, it'll go. Of course, I don't think that aerator would be strong enough to do that, but I'm sure the fish wouldn't be happy either. But anyway, the plan for the fish is put them all in a bucket and hope they get along while they're being moved. And it's going to be a white bucket, and I'll put it in the floorboard in the truck. And I've got, let's go look at it. I'm making all the plans that I can. Trying to think of everything. Yeah, I got other little stuff around here. It's got to be packed up too, like the ramps or the ramps. So I went and got all my lights working. Had one reverse light that wasn't working, and that was as simple as just reaching in there and twisting the bulb, because it's not getting a very good contact. There's spider webs everywhere. So there's what my truck looks like now before the trip. But this is what I plan to try to use. I want to mount this somewhere here, because it's got 2 outlets on it, and it's got USB 3.1 amps. So, and it's red too, so it's going to look good in this truck. I just got to find a good location for it, and I'm not sure where I want to put this yet. I want to put it where it looks good or concealed. So I don't know if I could put it right there or not. Probably not. I don't know where I'm going to put it. I might just run a wire to it and use it this once, and then when I get time I'll run it to behind the run it behind the seat, and then have it right there so that, but see, I'd like to see the screen while it's, so it's going to have to be out here because it's got an LCD screen on it, so we're going to have to do something out here. Maybe something like that right there. I don't want people kicking it, so maybe we could center it to that, or maybe we can put it here. And it wouldn't be in the way of the shifter. Yeah, I could mount that right there. And just make some stands to do these other two screws where it's overhanging because it's got that far down. Yeah, I'd like for it to be at least square. So I'm going to mount that in there. My buddy Terry gave that to me. He had it in the back of his truck, and he said, "You want that thing?" I said, "Yeah, I'll take it. It works." So that's how we're going to transport the fish. Now when I get there, that's going to have to be the very first thing that gets put back up. I got to have the fish back up and running. The worst part about that deal is I'm going to have to carry, I don't know, I've had pretty good luck with taking fish and doing a 100% water change, so I don't think that would be a big deal. The log in the 55 gallon is going to be the biggest deal because, yeah, it's light getting it up out of the tank. I don't know, we might be able to move it with the log in there because I only got gravel in there, so I might be able to just drain all the water out of it, and I hate losing all that good already ready water, fish water. It's going to be like starting over, so this is going to be a hit or miss. When I put new water in it, depending on what their water's like down there, I may lose them all. It is. So, what did it do? Rain? I got speckles. What in the hell's all them speckles? Just in this area too. Something up there shitting on my truck. I have to whoop his ass. So there you have it. Kind of an update. Forgive the last part of this video right before I'm sitting here. There was a glitch in the video or something when I was at the truck. Cut off. And on Connie, she's not going to like the trip either, because she hates to be inside. She's only in there long enough for you to feed her. If she had it her way, she'd probably say put her on the porch and let her. She don't like attention, but she likes attention, so she don't make no sense. But she's been wild all her life, so this is going to be a change for her. So we're going to put her in the back of the U-Haul. Oh shit. Or the shop in a cage, because she's going to be meowing. She ain't going to like this trip. Yeah, you're not going to like that trip, are you? Anyway, here's the finished product for the keychains. and I can't give these away, guys. It costs too much to give them away, or costs too much to make them. That filament's not cheap, and the electric that I got to use, and the hairspray, and all the stuff that I've put into it, and they're hand painted. So you're getting one of a kind, because no two are alike. This one's a little darker than this one. I think this is the first one I started with, because I used a black border around the outside, and on this one I just spray painted the whole thing tan. So it's a little lighter. So, but this one's the only dark one I have. But the rest of them, they were all painted the same, but you'll never have the same two blotches. So each one's unique in its own way, and the way I would like to present these is to give these away for any purchase above $10. So if you want to get one of these, you'd have to buy something I'm selling. That sounds terrible. If I had it my way, I'd give them away, but I just can't afford it, especially right now. I'm moving, I have no help, and my finances is pretty low on this. But anyway, this video was just to kind of show you the keychains. I got 4 more of them like this. I just ain't got no more rings. So, you know, I got that in them too. So, I've got a package of them somewhere. I just got to find them. Brand new. So, anyway, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. You guys have a good one, and wish me luck.